how do you finally realize that maybe I should look into the diaconate?
I did not.
Oh, really?
I was thrown into it again.
Again? Was it your wife again?
Nope. This time it was Father John first. Father John, this is like the ministry week. Remember, they would come and have that, talk. So Father John starts talking, coming down the aisles. Remember, he used to come down. So, for example, here Sam decides to go into, diaconate. And I'm just looking at him. I'm like, oh, come on, Father John. So stuck with me. The very next year, we had the same week again. And then there comes Father. Then we changed, pastors, and we have Father Wayne. And Father Wayne has just got to know me. He turned around and said the same thing.
So the same thing about diaconate.
And I was just looking at him. I smiled, and my kids are, just looking at me like, okay, this is a rerun. So I go out, I'm like, did you talk to Father John? Father, he said, no, I was serious. Come and talk to me. I'm looking at him. I was like, it's been 3.5 years. I was like, how can I be a Catholic a deacon? I never thought, because I thought, I didn't think I was worthy. I did not think that I could do a good job. And I also thought that this was too hard. It's going to be hard for me. I'm getting older. So I went and talked to him. He said, consider it. So we come out, and my wife says, listen, let's go to that, introductory night. So meanwhile, we had a Deacon Michael coming over that, he had been going through the formation. Father Wayne was the person that sponsored him. So he came and talked to us. I actually got scared talking to him.
Really?
Yeah, because he told me, hey, it's going to be tough. He was right, though.
That's what I hear. The deacons that have come on, the permanent deacons.
So he said, it's going to be tough. And then I asked, Deacon Bill. Deacon Bill said, have you thought about being an acolyte? It's very tough. Well, I said, and they're just, being nice because they see 4 kids and family. And then talk to Father, David. Father David goes, have you thought about being an acolyte?
So even they were saying that, huh?
Because I knew it was going to be tough.
Wow.
And I was like, and I'm just thinking, I was like, being an acolyte is good. Maybe I should be an acolyte. But then my wife, told me, listen, you don't have to commit per se. The first commitment is go. Let's go to the information night. So we did go. And then they told us about, okay, you got to do these things. But when I commit. I don't just commit to say, okay, go halfway and that's it. When I commit is you get a finish. There's a finish line. So if I'm going that's why I haven't run the marathon yet.
Because you'll be all in.
Yes, 10 hours later I'll be crawling. But regardless, so that's what I was thinking. So I started, praying in the mornings on the way to work, and went to the first 2 years. And I'm still thinking I'm not worthy. Now we changed another, pastor. We have Father Chris come in, Christopher, and he actually thought about, Sam's not doing enough. So he sent me to be an acolyte eventually.
Okay.
So I became an acolyte about 6-7 years ago. And but anyways, we started our formation, and then the first 2 years is when you get your letters. At least at that time, it's changing a little bit. I really thought I was not going to get accepted. I mean, I was one of the 2 person that messed up the psych test. Had to come back from somebody from Denver had to come in and retest me.
Oh, retested because there was an error in the test?
Yes.
Okay.
So I thought, man, these guys are like, they're not going to have me, It's like, I don't deserve it. But I got in. So I was like, well, thank God. I'm just going to, I got my letter. I'm just going to still kneel on my knees and thank God for these 2 beautiful years, 1 year of going formation and getting to see all these people and learning all these things about my faith. I'm a better person. I can serve better. I was thinking all these things that I was going to do in parish. I get my letter. And all my friends already had opened their letters. There's 4 of us going through this, right? They have opened their letters and they're telling us what happened to them. And I'm like, oh boy. Now I'm nervous.
What happened with theirs?
Well, I mean, one of the guys got in conditionally too, and one was postponed. Not gonna name names,
okay.
but all of us are now, in where we were supposed to be.
Yes,
God's will, and all of us are doing really well.
Exactly.
So anyhow, and I'm just thinking to myself, man, these guys are awesome. Do you know, I'm nobody. I'm not going to get in.
Uh-huh.
Well, guess what? I'm in. I got emotional. I had to stop. I couldn't talk.
Wow.
I told my wife, not because, I'm happy I'm in. I'm like, he wants me to go all the way, Father. Our Father up in heaven, he wants to go all the way. I don't think I'm worthy.
Wow.
So I think my wife said, you're not worthy. Yes, but you've been told so.
You've been told to do this.
So go with it. Take it one day at a time.